All right. We are so sorry. Our apologies. Our sincere apology for our sincere apology for what's our think, and many thanks to our producer who has just resolved the issue where we were faced with just a minute ago. I was notified that our viewers were not hearing what I was saying. So wherever you're following the broadcast, this is the September 28th, 2023 edition of the program inside district number 13. Take back your child. So we have just 12 days to go to the pool. Oh yes. You cannot just tell the anxiety, the exuberance within the Liberian electors. Few months ago, just few months ago, the people in Sierra Leone, they went to the pool. They went to the pool and they sent a resounding message, a re-election message, where they re-elected President Julius Maada Bio. Let's see what's going to come out of October 10th of this year in Liberia. Whether president we are going to retain a seat or not. The election is going to decide that. Whether a Cuban representative Ella Papi Floma going to retain his seat, the electors will determine whether a Cuban senator Sahari Joseph going to retain his seat. The electors will definitely determine whether he retains his seat or not. So at about 5:15, just at about 5:15, we were also in the CDC coordinator, Madam Antoinette Moba. There are a lot of issues within the district number 13 CDC leadership, where we have been able to see a lot of things happening within district number 13 CDC leadership. So we will have a year at about that time. But before then, we will rumble through the issues. All of the issues that matter to the growth and development of the district. We will place a key spotlight. And we will also try to place a course. We will also try to place score. We will also try to place call to people. Tomorrow happened to be the District 13 Excellent Award ceremony hosted by one of the political institutions within District number 13. That is Tim Andy. So we hope to speak with the executive director of Tim Andy, and that's Lavi Lecon. If we cannot get the chairman who is there in Ireland to give us a synopsis. But before that time, we will take a short break. And the moment we come back, we will rumble through the issues that matter, the growth and development of our country, Liberia. So stick and stay with me, share the videos, let it go to many people as you can.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV. With check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV. Bringing you face-to-face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV. The best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
All right, so welcome back. Yeah, welcome back to welcome back. So to all of those who following the live broadcast, we like to acknowledge every one of you following us via our online page, both YouTube and that of Facebook. We would like to notify those who are watching. Kaylin Otupa is following Harrison Dare, watching from the comfort of Manin, Georgia, Housing resident of Manin, Georgia, Housing ST resident. So thank you so much. We will continue to notify those who follow us via our live Facebook page whenever we are live on Inside District number 13 and other programs that are air on our platform every weekday. All right. So there are a lot of things that has been happening within District number 13, and we we have deemed it very much necessary to place a spotlight on some of those things. Over the weekend, you know, I appear on the platform every Thursday. So when I have any brain issue, I will have to wait until the following Thursday and come back on this platform and provide the message to the people within District number 13. One of those things I want to talk about, just to inform those who are watching the program. I just received a text message from Madam Antoinette Morba apologizing to me. She just apologized to tell me that she cannot make her way here. So whatsoever the case is, we're gonna flow with the conversation. We're gonna flow with the conversation. That is the kind of a job we choose to do. So there's always a backspace. There is always something at the back that we always play at the back just in case a guest does not come. We should have something else to do on the platform. That should not serve as a ground for which that should not serve in a place for which if the guest does not come, then the show will not be aired or the show should not be aired because Ezra Z person did not come. But these are the kinds of people who wants to lead the people in the district. These are the kinds of people who wants to provide direction for the people in the district. So that is it. I don't have any issue with it. There might be other reasons. There might be some reasons for which she do not have the time to be here. So, Madam Atuna Moba, I highly appreciate that of you. We hope to have you on another platform. We hope to have you on another day on this platform, and I appreciate that of you by reaching out to me to tell me that Moa will not be on the platform. I'm so sorry for that. So thank you so much. So that is it. All right. So we're gonna move to something that is very very much curious. It's a concern in this election, and most especially to the people within District number 13. I think it is something we have to talk about. The consciousness of the electors, the young people in this district, those who are supporting people that are vying for the representative seat of district number 13. We think it is very much prudent enough. We talk about it. Over the past time we have seen some of them, they have not been conducting themselves in the right way, the way in which we think they should be conducting themselves. They are not conducting themselves in the right way, and we think that is also not good for our country. We we as young people, those who we are supporting to be representative in the district. Just the last time during the UCA debate that was held in Georgia, we saw Representative Eda Papi Flomo and Wilma Smith hawking the both of them. They hawk each other. Cornelia Kratopa and Representative Flomo, they shook hands. So for those who are hurting themselves, they are going along ahead with each other. They want to cause chaos in the district with each other only because I am supporting this person because this person is from party A. and the next person is from party B. So because that man is from party B or party A, he have his supporters are in the district, or maybe his supporter live right next to my house. So because of that, I should use political I should use my political alignment with the person who I'm supporting to insult another person. That which of course we think it is wrong. We should not be encouraging these kinds of things. These are things that create chaos in electionary processes. These are some of the things that create chaos. We have to be very careful. We as young people, after these elections, there are a lot of people who are not the patriotic people you are seeing that are running coming to you, that they want to lead you, they want to represent you for the next 6 years. Some of them, they will dash you. They do not care whether you eat or whether you do not eat. Some of them, after the election, they do not care about you. They do not care about you. So do not allow yourself to be mesmerized or cajoled by those political jargons they will use. Do not allow yourself. Tell them no. If these people want you to get in the streets to cause chaos or to cause violence, tell them I am not prepared for that. Look in their faces. Tell them, bring your child, bring your wife and yourself. You lead the parade. We are not saying people cannot assemble peacefully. It is a constitutional right for people to assemble peacefully. The reason for which I'm saying this, what I saw, during Mr. Solomon Chipo launch, it is not something to encourage at all. There were people from different camps, but they were not identified. They weren't wearing political party t-shirts. Those shirts that were on them, you couldn't see the image of any aspirant, or I mean, sorry, not an aspirant, but any candidate or any political parties within our country. But then some of these people, they were intruders. They intruded into the mix of those who are the supporter of Mr. Solomon Chipo. And then they caused serious confusion. There were violence at that scene on that particular day. And that which, of course, it is not right, it is wrong. The police couldn't have settled the situation on hand at that particular time. The police couldn't have settled the situation. These things are wrong. You do not and you should not allow politicians to use you to cause confusion, to create enemyship between you and somebody who has been, between you and a person who has been having a very good relationship. You should not allow anybody to use you to do that. That is wrong today. It is wrong tomorrow. We will criticize it. Anything that meant to be criticized, we will criticize it. When Mr. John Brown when Mr. John Brown come out today and do the right thing, we will say it. We will appreciate him for that. If Mr. X, Y, and Z comes out today and do the wrong thing or he do the worst thing, we will criticize him for that. We will call him to order. We will sit on the platform. We use this microphone to call that person to order, to tell them this is not the way we expect you to lead the people. You want to be a representative, you should be able to tell your supporters, this is not the kind of person I am. Tell your supporters, I am not the kind of person you want me to be. The position I see you in, that is not the position I am always into. So you look in the faces of your supporters. You tell them, if your supporters cannot look in the face of you, in some of you faces, some of you who are very arrogant. There are some of you in this district who are contesting for the position. You guys are very, very, very much arrogant. You guys are very arrogant. And then you want to lead the people in district number 13. I'm not saying the people, the electors should go out there and vote for Mr. Brown or Mr. Y or Mr. Z or Mr. A. No. What I'm going to say to you is go to the ballot box on October 10th. If you do not like this person, go and exercise that at the ballot box. If you do not want Mr. Flomo to be retained, go to the ballot box. You exercise that there. But for you to stand in the streets using abusive words against him, that is not fair. It is wrong. Mr. Flomo could be your father. He could be your uncle. He could be a brother to you. So for you to go in the streets or for you to go a local head, for you to take the wrong page, to go on the wrong path by insulting politicians within the district, it is wrong. That is not something we should encourage. We should not give that any space in our country. There should be no space for violence in our country. Every day we talk about Liberia has a fragile peace. We should not allow people to use us and cause confusion among us. So we're going to take a short break. We need to take this short break. Just been highlighted by my producer that we have to take this short break and comes back.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep focal.
All right, so folks, sorry, so welcome back. No, I needed to have done some little adjustment and then comes back. So that is it. We thought it was to speak to the consciousness of the young people, the electors within district number 13, not just the electors within district number 13, but those who are the electors within the Republic of Liberia. You have to govern yourself. Some of these people, after the election, they do not care about you. It is at about this time you should start asking them, Chief, what becomes of me right after this election period? Because in fact, there are some of them who do not have house, or even some. I don't, I don't, I don't even know how to place some of them who wants to lead you in this district. But yet, that is it. That is how that is the kind of a country we find ourselves in. And then after there, you will see some of these guys they start to write on the social media. This man is underrepresenting our district. He he is incompetent. He is unqualified. He was just opportune to go and represent us at the House of Parliament. It is at about this time you should provide the correction, the necessary correction that's supposed to be made. You need to provide the necessary correction to them to tell them that, hey, Chief, we don't need you here, boss man. You cannot deliver. But for you to sit and allow yourself to go and vote people who you think after the election you start to complain, you're going to be doing it to yourself. You're going to be doing this to yourself. So that is it. On the next thing, that has to do with the CDC in district number 13. There has been issues within district number 13 as it relates to the CDC leadership within district number 13, that there's a split, there's a faction within the CDC district 13 leadership. Right within district number 13 year, the leadership year, there is a split, there is a faction. Because on today I was privileged to have listened to the CDC Secretary General of District Number 13 leadership, and he said they are in support of Representative Elder Papi Flomo when when he was quizzed by the journalist from Bana FM. And then he said they are in support of Representative Elder Papi Flomo. But what we have been able to see, what we have seen so far, is Madam Antoinette Moba, who is the coordinator for District Number 13 CDC leadership. She was seen parading the principal streets of District Number 13 with independent candidate Wilmer L. Smith. So tell me, who does that? That is something that is not just possible for people to do that. So, let me start by this. You cannot say you wants to preach the message of Josh Weah of President Weah re-election. You want President Weah to be re-elected. One of those districts that will give him vote or that might not give him vote is District Number 13, because you have people who register and they are waiting to go to the ballot box to cast their vote, whether in his favor or not. But you have the CDC District Number 13 coordinator. She is supporting another party. She is supporting another candidate. And that candidate is an independent candidate. What becomes of Mr. Elder Papi Flomo? And more to that, they released the issue of press statement. There was a statement that was released by the CDC District 13 leadership. And in that, I think there are a lot of issues. There are a lot of issues within the CDC District 13 leadership here. And they have not been able to solve that. There are people who are supporting Representative Flomo, and there are people who are supporting Wilmer F. Smith, the former Legis boss. There are people who are supporting him, and there are people who are also supporting Representative Elder Papi Flomo. So it becomes very difficult now. You place the people in a very difficult position now where they should go. And you also place Mr. Flomo in a very high, someone who say in a high zone, or maybe in a very difficult position where you do not know where Mr. Flomo is supposed to go or what Mr. Flomo is supposed to do at about this time. You have Wilmer Smith, who is contesting as an independent candidate. And on almost all of his banner, you have the picture of the president. That alone contradicts the minds of the electors. If you look at it the other way around, they also contradict the minds of the electors. People who are not close, or people who do not really listen to the radio almost every time, who do not go on the social media every time to listen to everything that has been said. They will have this in their mind that, oh yes, the CDC is supporting Wilmer F. Smith, because we've seen the president picture and we also seen Wilmer F. Smith picture on the same banner. So because of that, we're going to vote Wilmer F. Smith, and then we will vote President Josh Weah. On another side, somebody could take it that way. And then on the other side, we have seen Representative Flomo, Senator Sahari Joseph, and the President of the Republic of Liberia on one banner. It is all around the district. And the both of them, it is all around the district. We have seen it. So people will say, people who have understood, people who have serious matter understanding, they already know that yes, Mr. Flomo is the CDC candidate. But where I think there are still issues, those who are the hierarchies within the Coalition for Democratic Change, I think they are not doing well for Mr. Flomo. There is an undertone. There might be an undertone that, okay, so we have Flomo in this district. Let's bring Wilmer Smith. If Flomo lost, Wilmer Smith might win the election. That could be another strategy from the ruling establishment. Who knows? That could be another strategy from the ruling establishment to say, since We do not have serious amount of confidence in Mr. Flomo. But okay, let's just carry them into the process. Maybe that is what they have been saying. So I don't know. Okay, so let's just carry Mr. Flomo on our ticket. And then I also listened to the Secretary General. He said the men did not attend a primary. In fact, that was not a primary. It was a consensus. It was a consensus bidding. I wish I can. I wish I have Sosa. I wish I have the. I wish I have Sosa personal contact number that at the course of the conversation I can place a call to him to gather to action. So maybe the CDC decided upon bringing Flomo on their ticket in the public. Not put him in the public. Since 2018 by-election, we did not do well to him. We ostracized him. We did bad to him. We told him that he is not a citizen. And then he came back to the party. It is 2023 now. We need votes. We need number. So I think what we can do is we bring Mr. Flomo on the ticket and then let him go on the ticket. At the same time, we bring Wilmer F. Smith on the ground. We just pretend like he is an independent candidate. That is what, for me, that is what I am seeing. That is what I've understood so far. That maybe this is the kind of a game. This is the kind of a plan they have. So it is up to those who are within the CDC. It is up to Mr. Flomo. It is up to his supporter to take the airwave, to provide clarity. Other than that, if any one of you cannot provide clarity, you leave the electors or the voter in doubt, because some of them do not know whether Mr. Flomo is still contesting on the CDC ticket. Because since Mr. Wilmer F. Smith put his banner outside with President George Biden, we have pictures on it. Some of the old ladies who are in the market, they are selling their coal, they are selling peppers and bitter balls. Some of them do not know whether Mr. Flomo is still on the CDC ticket. You know, there are a lot of ways by which people can know you to go and vote. Maybe by a party emblem. Somebody might know you from there and then go and vote. Maybe by seeing you and the president picture, maybe the president believe in the president so much, the president love the president so much. They will say, because of this, I'm going to vote for XYZ president. So that is it. The confusion within the CDC District 13 leadership, you guys need to settle down, because you cannot say you want Josh Weah to be re-elected. And district number 13 it is another district that's supposed to contribute to President Josh Weah if he will be re-elected. And then you have other people who are in the leadership of the CDC District 13. They are supporting another candidate. So that is it. So that is it. And then before we try to place calls to the executive director of Team Andy to give us a synopsis of what will actually be going on as it relates to tomorrow's event, we will talk on this last thing just to zero on this. It is the issue of the motorcyclists. Oh, those guys, the way in which they behave at times. Yes, it gets me to, I get to piss off at times with some of these motorcyclists. The guys do not respect traffic rules. They do not care about who is coming left, right. They do not care about that. They drive recklessly in that kind of reckless manner on the gas. Oh God. So, one of those motorcyclists, I was at Clariton on TP4 yesterday evening, Clariton Junction. And then what I saw from one of these motorcyclists, this is something some of those motorcyclists have to put a stop to. The reckless way in which they move the motorcycle along the road. Some of the guys, they do not care whether somebody is coming left or right. They do not care about that. As far as they're concerned, what they want is, let me just go anyway, anyhow the men feel like going. That's the way the men are going to be. over speeding where they're supposed to stop and observe traffic signs. The guys do not care about that. Before reaching to Butterfly Junction, there's a symbol there, and you will see the sign of a human. And that sign, on that sign, you will see people crossing. But then the motorcyclists, in fact, it is not only the motorcyclists here. At certain point in time, it is not only the motorcyclists, the keke riders, some of those people who are taxi drivers, or those people who own private cars in this country. They do not care about traffic sign. They do not. The men do not care whether red light is on, green light is on. They do not care. That is the reason for which when I sit on anybody's motorbike, I tell you, my man, this is how I want you to move the back. You're not gonna tell me say, my man, you did not say it good on the motorbike. No, 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 no. Nobody here will come and tell me that. Oh, my man, you were laying on the motorbike, you were twisting on the motorbike. No, no, no. Nobody will say that to me. Before you come out to say that to me, I will tell you in your face, boss man, this is how I want you to move the motorbike on the road. At times, some of the guys can cause unnecessary traffic in the country. At times, the way in which they are involved into accident, it shouldn't be that way. But the brothers do not care. Somebody men need to go to real workshop where they will sit down, they talk to them, they tell them, say, my man, your left, your safety, it matters a lot. There are a lot of people who ride motorbike in this country, they do not care about helmet. Nobody these days, nobody want to ride helmet these days. People ride their motorbike in slippers. And it is wrong, it is not good for your own safety. The men will overspeed on the road as if to say, they will not stop somewhere. They will just be overspeeding. Reach to major junctions. You see motorcyclists running at that junctions. And that would, of course, you know within yourself that before you can reach to the junction, you're supposed to slow down and observe left, right for the vehicle that is coming towards you and the vehicle that is coming from the back, and also the pedestrians. But the guys then, oh God, I don't know what is happening to some of these motorcyclists at times. I don't really know what can really be, what really happened to some of these guys there at times. They do not care about their own safety. These are some of the reasons for which when they carry them to some of the referral hospitals, doctors rejecting them. At times, they reject some of our brothers. At times, they start to tell them it is because of their own negligence. So that is it. We hope and pray our brothers change the mindset of riding motorbike along the road. The way in which they overspeed, the speed of men can be on. It can be easier. The speed can be too much. Driving is not about speeding. Woo, you just speeding with the motorbike. No. You have to observe all of the sounds along the road. You have to observe the speed you are moving on. There are certain speed you are on. At a certain point in time, you want to check brake, the brake in that hole. And then the motorbike just moves the way in which you're supposed to move. At the end of the day, it becomes the victim. You have serious and heavy sore either on your face or on your body. These things are wrong. So on yesterday, the people of Battery Factory had an endorsement ceremony, and they endorsed the re-election of Representative Elder Papi Flomo. There were a lot of organizations that endorsed the re-election of Representative Elder Papi Flomo. So we will place a call to the chairman of the Battery Factory community, which is Chairman Joseph K. Duarte, to ask him why they endorse Representative Elder Papi Flomo. Do they really think Mr. Flomo has done much? And there is another pressure grouping within the district, that is the Independent citizen in action to redeem. They also came out with a very huge endorsement. At a certain point in time, these guys they said they were going to support Cornelia Kratupa. At a certain point in time, they said they were going to support William F. Smith. But then yesterday, we saw them. They provide an endorsement message. They endorsed the re-election of Representative Edward Papi Flomo, and the community people also down Mr. Flomo, and they said they are enjoying the confidence of him, whatever thing he has done. They still want him to be the lawmaker of the district. So because of that, because of that, they are endorsing him. Because of that, they want him to continue doing what he is doing, for him to continue the work, all of this work that he have on hand that he needs to do. So we will place a call to the chairperson of Badger Fighting Community, which is Chairman Joseph K. Uwatia. And then we also place a call to the chairperson of the Independent Citizen in Action to Redeem. What asking them what went wrong when they promised they would have supported Cornelia Kratuka, and then yesterday we saw them pledging their unwavering support to Representative Edward Papi Flomo concerning his re-election bid. So let's see what we can get the chairman of Battle Fighting Community. All right, so let's see what I can get him. So we are trying to place a call to. We have not been able to get Chairman Joe. So the moment we get Chairman Joe, we will put him on and then hear from him. So this is Emmett Toga. So let's see what we're gonna get from Emmett Toga. Oh, so please bear with me a little bit. Yeah, you have to bear with me a little bit. You have to bear with me a little bit. You have to bear with me a little bit. Hello, Mr. Joseph Smoflomo. Sorry for picking you up unaware. Sorry, I'm so sorry for picking you up unaware by not telling you prior to the conversation. I tried reaching out to the chairperson of the Independent Citizen Action to Redeem. You are live on Focal Island TV at the moment. Concerning what transpired yesterday, where we saw the Independent Citizen Action to Redeem, they provide an endorsement message, someone could say an endorsement speech to represent the Edward Papi Fluma. So, on what ground did the Independent Citizen Action to Redeem endorse the re-election bill of Representative Edward Papi Fluma? Yeah, no problem. Mr. Chairman, how are you doing, Chief? Sorry for calling you unaware. Yesterday, we saw the Independent Citizen in Action to Redeem endorse Representative El Papi Flomo re-election. Why did the Independent Citizen Action to Redeem endorse Mr. Flomo? but I will give you the term, boss man. I'll call you, so I need to ask you. So, few years ago, your institution, you came out and said you were going to support Cornelia Kwatopa. What went wrong? No, I said a few years ago, sometime last year, members within your political institution said the options was going to be placed before Cornelia Kwatopa, and you were very clear that you're going to support Cornelia Kwatopa. And then seeing you flipping to go back to say you're going to support Mr. Flomo, it is something that speaks to the fact that you guys are not very exact. But then you also have the chairperson of the Citizen Action WD. He have been saying that ACA has not been recognized and they will not recognize ACA. You are not recognized as the chairperson. There is no organization in your vicinity that is called ACA, which is Monjira Lincoln has been saying that. But okay, so just to leave you in 30 seconds, we hope and pray that next Thursday I have you in our studio here. That is something that I am working on to have you in our studio next Thursday. But lastly, where lesson learned on yesterday, where lesson learned yesterday. No, but I'm asking you where lesson learned yesterday. Yes or no? That is just a yes or no question. No, you are not dancing to my tune. I'm asking you where lesson learned yesterday. That is all I need for you, Mr. Toka. You don't need to put a spin around this thing. Mhm. Eh, 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 That is what that 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 is just a yes or no question, boss man. You don't need to put a spin around this thing to say in the sake of for the sake of the people. Well, lesson learned yesterday, yes, there were lessons learned, and then next Thursday we will ask you what were the lessons that were learned yesterday. That's all. I am not a spokesperson for your institution. Bossman, insist to be like you don't want to answer the question. That's why. No, but you just, this is just a yes or no question, but you don't want to answer. Definitely. Lesson has been learned. So thank you so much for answering our calls. We look forward to the next Thursday having you. No problem, sir. Thank you. All right. Okay, so that was the voice of the chairperson for the Citizen Action to Redeem, Emmett Toga. That is the independent citizen in Action to Redeem. So on yesterday, they they had an endorsement in the New Georgia. I mean, sorry, not the New Georgia community, but Battle Fati community where they endorsed Representative Papi Flomo. They told him that we are enjoying what you are doing. So because of that, we want to tell you that Bossman, go back there and represent us for the next 6 years. So that is it. We are pressed of time. We do not have time in our favor. We have just 2 minutes to go. So that is it. I've been here since 5 o'clock. It is almost 6 o'clock. Just 2 minutes to 6. So I'm gonna leave you with this, and then next Thursday we will have these guys in our studio as it relates to the unfoldings within district number 13. So that is it. That is it. Do have yourself a pleasant Thursday evening. And I'm going to be back here next Thursday with another edition of the program inside district number 13.
Come and save your child. Baby earth is breathing will and needs your sender embrace. Mother of the universe, Mother Nature, come save your child. Come save your child. Come, sisters, come take back your child.
All right.
Crazy.
So next Thursday we're gonna be here with another fresh edition of the program inside district number 13. Oh yes, our eyes going to be on what is expected to happen on Saturday of this week in district number 13, where the Cuban representative Edward Papi Flomo will be the campaign launch of Representative Edward Papi Flomo, where he gonna gather his supporter at a strategic point, and I think that should be the Iron Factor few. So we will be there to bring you all of the major happenings there. So that is it. My name is Mohammed Vani Kane. I prefer to be called Mo Vani. Or you call me Mohammed Vani, I will stay enjoy you on that. So that is it. Do have yourself a pleasant Thursday evening. Bye bye.